Let's move on to the events of yesterday. Yesterday was our primary election. There were 15 candidates for mayor, and you have been mayor now for a total of 12 years. You will not be moving on to the general election. What's your basic reaction to the election?
Well, we had a very small gathering at my house, just family. It's not always nice to have them. And I don't know what I was doing, but I wasn't paying attention. And the phone rang, and so it said, for you. And it was a phone media from Honolulu that told me that. And I said, this is the first I've heard of it. He was kind of taken back. I didn't know about it, but, nobody was really focusing on it. We were just family talking to each other. And obviously, the element was 90%. I'm trying to regurgitate what he told, 90% of votes were counted. So he kind of said, this is about, the final because of the spread. And he said, you were third. That was very, very disappointing and not surprising. I'll tell you why. And I think you know this. I always felt to do the job of everything, and not only mayor of civil defense and other jobs, you have to have your pulse of the community, in other words, to communicate with them, et cetera. And I thought I had a fairly good pulse because, from day one in the year 2000 and before that in civil defense, I said the goal is to simply make people trust their government, especially at the beginning of civil defense, and to feel proud of their government, et cetera. And to do that, it's a big task. And I really thought I had a better feel, but obviously the election results showed you really did not, because the total percentage of people who voted for me, that was a surprise, and that just hit me, like, well, God, you thought you had, a pulse of the community, and absolutely, because of that, I knew I didn't. And that was the biggest disappointment within myself of not realizing what was happening, because I think you've heard me say it, my campaign is simply judge me by my work. I still believe in it, just judge me by my work. And my campaign was basically that simple, and I felt that if they're not satisfied with my work, I said, then I don't belong here, and they've made that point, so I accept that.
Well, Mayor Kim, I know how much this county means to you, and I know how much the job has meant to you, not just this job, but civil defense. And as we move forward, you are still mayor until December 7th. What are you going to do to help ensure a smooth transition? Because right now, especially, I think it's absolutely critical that we have a seamless transition of power from you to whichever it's Ikaika, Marzo, or Mitch Roth becomes the next mayor. How are you going to ensure that smooth transition?
Oh, I guarantee you there will be a high priority. As soon as a time is allowed next week sometime, I'll have a cabinet meeting, not face-to-face, but video conferencing, and the requirements we put out. I learned, because I've been around so long, I won't mention any name, what is a poor transition and what is a good one, and how to make it better. And what I'm going to do is, and you're the person I'm saying it to, will have basic requirements. They'll all have to develop a portfolio in regards to their projects, what is pending, what is ongoing, et cetera. And so as soon as the new mayor is appointed, I'll make a meeting with him to tell him I'm going to do this. And what I will ask of him is, to have his, once he knows who his department head is, individually, to contact outgoing department head, and then make sure they have at least many days of transitioning to discuss the portfolio each department had. And I think that was in part done, and I know how you can make it better, and we will make it better. So when a person comes in, they will have a fairly good picture of the department, of what projects are where, and et cetera. So there will be no big holes in the transition.